Hi, yo. Thank you once again. So in this video, we're going to continue with our implementing our functions. So what we need, what I intend to do here is probably we are going to write two functions here if we have enough time. So we're going to start with writing the search function. So what we do here is, let me just first of all write out a couple of things here that I'm going to explain what I'm doing. So let us have true and Nasdaq, let's say 0. So what I want to do here is we are going to use this to find this found Nasdaq. Oh no, let's say false here. So basically, we are going to use it to detect when someone searches for something, and it is if it's not found. So this is what we are going to use to display this situation, whether the person found something or not. If it is found, we then change this. We change it to true. So, but you're going to see how we're going to use this in the application. And we are going to use this to find the index. And one important thing to explain here is the way I believe this should be searched is we are going to search when we want to display any company row, we are going to use something that is unique to each company. And in this case, this will be the NASDAQ number of each company. So because each of them has it, that's something that is unique about each of the companies in this context. So what we're under, as you can see, the NASDAQ number is the first index, which is index 0. The unique number is the first index, which is 0. So that is why we are checking the first index here, which is 0. So when this function is completed, then you're going to see how this plays um, into the whole thing. So what I'm going to do now is opening a file with open. So file name is db.csv, and what we intend to do is to read text, and then let's give it a name. Let's say F for file, which is like the convention that is mostly used in this case. And then reader, let's create this variable, and CSV. So let us read whatever we have in the variable, or maybe I should say in this variable, what we created here, this object here. So let us say F, and then let us ask the user to type in like the NASDAQ number they intend to search for. So in this case, let us say NASDAQ number. So let's say input. We ask the user for an input, then type NASDAQ number. So the user types in the NASDAQ number. So what we want to do here is, let's say, why not found NASDAQ. Sometimes this can be a bit confusing, but basically what we are trying to do here, because we see that we have this as not found. So what we are trying to do here is while the number that the user types in is not this. So what it means is that the opposite of this, so which means that it is found. Why not found NASDAQ? So it means that the condition is that it is found. sometimes this can be a bit confusing. So, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain here. So if that is the situation, so let us look through the information we have in our file in the reader. So what we do here is, let us say for row in reader. So now we are looking through the rows that we have here in the reader. So once we look through that, then if what the user types in is found, if NASDAQ number that the user types in is equals to row and then NASDAQ. So if the NASDAQ number the person types in equals to the first row, sorry, not the first row, but the first index. So what happens, what do we do here? Okay, if that is the case, then we can change the situation to true. So this is no longer false, but here it is now true because it was found. So what we can do now is we can print out what the user is searching. Let's say print, and there is an entry for the NASDAQ number that the user types in. So we can print this out. So what we again need, what we want to do is, we are not printing it out here yet, but what we're trying to do is to display the number, or yeah, what the person typed in, the NASDAQ number, yeah. So we can show them what they typed in. And then the next thing we need to do is to print out the row, the information related to this very NASDAQ number. So in that case, what we can do is, I'm thinking that we can create a kind of a heading for, let's say, we can create a heading for each index of what is going to be displayed here. So in that case, I'm thinking that we could have something like, let's see, okay, NASDAQ, the NASDAQ number, we can have something like 10. This is like, I'm trying to create spaces in between the heading. So basically what we're trying to write here is the heading of each index that we have here. So we are going to create some heading for them. So once we have this, we can have the next thing that comes after this is, oh, wait, that should be this. So the next thing we have is, I believe here should be company. Here we have company. And so this one, let's say 10 again. So once I'm done, you are going to see how this plays into the whole logic. So we have this, and the next thing we have, I believe, is what's the next thing? Is NASDAQ company founded, then product. So here we have, let's say, year founded, and then we have this. The next thing is product, which is, let's say, product. And then the next thing is, what do we have here? Headquarters of the company. And let's say, then again. Okay. So this will be the heading of the information that we want to display, right? So the next thing that we need to do now is to kind of create, because now we have our row here, we have this row, so we are going to display this row. So what I intend to do here is something like, let's say print, and this I think we can also format this. We can format it, let's say, oh, this should be like this. And then we have this inside. So here we can have something like, let's use 10 as well. And then here we can do the same. Yeah, it should be 10. Then the next thing is this one also 10. How many are there? There are five of them. And then the next thing we want to do here is we format, and then here we have our row. So this row here is the same as this. But what happens here is that we format it. So once this comes here, so each of the five items or five indexes, so once we have it here, it's going to kind of split and assign each of the indexes into this formatted, should I say, information or something. This what we just got formatted here. So it's going to assign there. So after this, what I want to do, once it displays that information from the file, the next thing we want to do, it will be better to kind of call option again. So it just takes the user to the user interface again, so that the person could choose another option if that's what they intend to do. So what happens if something is not found? So if something is not found, we can just print it out. We can say something like, what do we say here? Maybe we can say NASDAQ number was not found. So after it displays that it was not found, so the next thing I think we could do is to call the option again, so that it takes the user to the user interface again, just that like every other, just like it would do here. So that's the way I want. That's the way I believe it will be better written. I know that there could be this could be written in different other ways, but I think this will be fine for what we want to use it for. So we open our file, we take the NASDAQ number. So why the situation is not this, is the opposite of this, then which means it was found. Then we loop through our file, and then we make sure that the user input is, should I say, equals to the first index. So which means that it was found, which is the opposite of this. Then we display the number that the user typed in. Then we create a heading, and then we format the information. The row that we got, we put it here, split it into this formatted line. and then show it, display it to the user. Then we show the user interface. If it was not found, then we show the user that this very NASDAQ number was not found. So let us quickly test our application and see what happens. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what we do here is, so a search item is B, or no, search item is C. So let's search item, let's choose C. Oh, dbcsv, no search file. I hope the file is still there. dbcsv, db.csv. It says db.csv. Why does it say it's not found? Let's see. The file is here. It says it's not found. So db.csv. Wait, let me just clear this and start again. Bye and wait, I hope. Oh, wait. We need to go into CSV and then bye and then this. Then let's try again. See. Oh, okay. So I just needed to restart everything. So let's now try. Now we have C. So let's search for NASDAQ number. So first of all, we could just search. This was something I added later on. This is Juniper. So let us search for Juniper. JNPR. Okay. See. So it displays information about Juniper, the NASDAQ number, the major product, year it was found, the company name, the year it was found, the major product, and then the location, the headquarters, which is California. So as you can see, this is the heading that we created here. That's what we created here, this line of code. That's what it is. And then this one obviously is this row. As you can see the heading. So what we could do, we could just play around, maybe change this to 15, for instance, or change it to, just play around with this if you want it to be well formatted so that everything remains under its own heading. So
So what we are going to do now is to write to complete this function, and it will be really short. So let's do it together in this very video. So what we're going to do is to, first of all, open our file, and we can just we open, and then we call our file db.csv. Then we want to read text as f. So now what we do is maybe we can just print our header again. Let me just copy from here. Let's copy from here. We copy this and then paste it here. Then the next thing we need to do is to read reader CSV reader, and then we call our file here. So the next thing we need to do is we look through in reader. Let's look through, and then what we need to do is to print the content, the rows that we have in this reader. So what I can do now is let's just copy this again. We copy this and paste here. And then, okay, we just paste it there. And then we call our function again, so that once it lists all the content of the file, it will take us back to the function again, so that the user can pick something else. So okay, maybe first of all, let us test this and see what happens. So like I said earlier, this function is going to be quite a very small one. So let me just restart this entirely. And then, so what we want to do is to list items, which is B. So it lists all the information that we have here. You see? So that's and once it lists the information, it brings us back to choose an option. So what I want to do, as you can see, this is not aligned where it should be. So let me just quickly make some little changes here. If it works well, so this we could also apply to the other function, the search function. So let me just reduce this, and then we can make the same thing here. We can have the same thing here, make the same changes, and that, and that. So let's reduce everything to 10. Okay, let me restart everything. Okay, so let's choose B again to list items. Okay, so what happens now is you see this is better formatted than the first one, than the search. Let me see, the search is C, and then let's say Cisco. You see, this is not well formatted. So if you want, you could just change the other one, or we could just do it right away. Anyway, you could just do this if that's what you intend to do, but I will just leave it. But if you want it to format better, maybe you can just apply it this way, the way I did it here, so that it will look better also. So as you can see, we can now list all our items. So now when we come back, we are going to implement these two functions as well, the delete function and then the empty database function. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.